Alright then guys, let's get the party started. If you are new to the channel, consider subscribing, and a quick disclaimer that this video is not financial advice. So, looking at Kaspa's dashboard, Kaspa actually looks better than yesterday if it comes to market cap. We are sitting at 3,137 mil, and if it comes to ranking, nothing really has changed. However, volume has decreased a little bit, but obviously, in a 24-hourly time frame, that's not a big deal in my opinion. Now, let's have a look at something that you guys have seen in the thumbnail. So, Kaspa is coming to Meta Horizon, opening day Thursday, January 9, 2025. So let's play the video itself. Unfortunately, I'm not going to play the music because YouTube might take my video down or whatever, but let's have a look at that. I believe this is a very bullish thing. Another use case for Kaspa, basically. I'm not really a fan of Meta. However, that looks like a game to me, and of course it's not really the quality that we see on different types of crypto games, right? However, I believe it's still kind of a bullish thing, right? I believe this is where community can actually interact with each other, and I believe this is groundbreaking news for Kaspa, to being honest with you. Of course, not as groundbreaking as listing on Coinbase on Binance, but I think it's still a good thing to see, guys. So more and more bullish things are actually coming for Kaspa. All right, I don't want to bore you with that. And now guys, DYK, did you know Kaspa and layer 1 proof of work project was fairly launched with no pre-mine, no ICO, no developer or investor fund allocation, and therefore no token locks on unlocks ever. All coins are distributed through mining, making it one of the most transparent and decentralized blockchain projects. Kaspa is a crypto project, not a crypto company. And you might be thinking, why am I showing you that? Well, I'm showing you that because there is a little bit of a FUD going on that Kaspa has some unlocks, okay? But trust me, Kaspa doesn't really have any unlocks, okay? And now guys, let's move, because Kaspa KII uploaded this, introducing Warpcore, powering Kaspa's seamless connection to the global financial ecosystem, showcased by KII at Abu Dhabi Global Finance Week with the key financial partners. Warpcore leverages Kaspa's decentralized strength and speed and adheres to ISO 222. I believe that's something that ADA and XRP, so on and so forth, and HBAR actually are participating as well. So it's good to see that Kaspa is going to be the part of ISO 222 as well. Anyways, a scalable solution for frictionless future of cross-border value transfer within reach for everyone. Guys, I believe this is another bullish information, okay, for Kaspa holders and community. So I wanted to point it out. Let's have a look at some macro charts for BTC and obviously altcoins, and of course after that we are going to cover short time frame for Kaspa, so on and so forth. So Trader Taring Great has uploaded this, right? This is weekly for BTC, and he says that Bitcoin follows the pattern and it's now in diverging wedge, sending BTC to another blue box. Okay, so what blue box is he talking about, right? Let's go back to the previous situation in here, right? We've got diverging wedge in here, yellow color, and then we had this parallel channel going down, consolidation 1, consolidation 2, rising wedge breakout, then diverging wedge, and then exit towards that blue box. So now guys, the situation is in here, right? We might gonna actually exit for BTC and see much higher prices in coming weeks, I believe. Nonetheless, guys, Max is pointing this out as well, right? So this Q1 is going to be the most bullish we have ever seen for Bitcoin, okay? Well, looking at Q1 2024, right? If history is going to rhyme and repeat, this is something that we can actually see. Now, Crypto Rover is pointing this out, right? So the past few months were just the glimpse of what a Bitcoin bull market is truly capable of. There is still so much room for further growth. So guys, we are in a red color. Let me actually zoom in. So according to the previous cycles, this is where we are at the moment, okay? Of course, I'm not going to tell you that we are going to surpass the blue line. Nonetheless, there is still fuel to go for BTC and of course for altcoins as well. All right, but I guess patience is required. Okay, so this is bullish macro outlook for BTC and overall crypto cycle, okay? Because of course altcoins are going to follow BTC's success. Now, Mr. Prof is pointing that Total 3 against BTC have made a bullish MACD cross on a monthly chart. In addition, the PA is on the verge of breaking out of a descending broadening wedge. God candle for altcoins around the corner, but most people won't believe it. Well, that's the thing, right? Most people don't believe it, and most people probably are not going to make money during this cycle because they are going to be degenerating into these green dildo candles, but this is going to be the time when I'm going to be selling, all right? And I'm going to let you know when I'm selling, all right? So now, ladies and gents, we've got this situation, right? As per model, we've got descending broadening wedge, and this is a bullish pattern. Obviously the price of altcoins has been going down for a while, you know, and now we had this little pump towards the upside. However, MACD on a monthly flipped bullish now, guys, and last time it actually did, you see what happened, okay, for this chart. So now, guys, let's have a look at ETFs, right? Because I was mentioning that today is going to be very important, and actually it is, right? Because we've got even more than previously on the 3rd of January. So we had 978.6 million, well, almost $1 billion of inflows for BTC. Let's quickly have a look at Ethereum, because obviously that is also very, very important. So now we've got 128.7 million of inflows for Ethereum, and actually this is one of the biggest, you know, in ever since 19th of December actually. So guys, things are looking very good, to being honest with you. And now looking at crypto bubbles, you know, this is where we are on a daily, okay? Not everything is pumping. However, if we are going to look at weekly time frame, things are actually waking up, all right? But I do believe that this is just a beginning, okay? Monthly time frame, this is what's going on, right? So this recovery and that greenery that we see on a weekly is still new, okay? Now, ladies and gents, let's go to Kaspa's quick analysis on 4-hourly first. So unfortunately, this head and shoulder pattern is actually playing out, because we had the bounce from this level of a support at 12 cents 3, and we have created, I mean, Kaspa's price action created this right shoulder, okay? So let's measure technical targets for our beloved Kaspa, because, well, at least based on this pattern, right, we could expect some dump for Kaspa. So now, guys, funny enough is that the target is actually coinciding with you know, the overall support now of this triangle pattern that Kaspa has printed recently, okay? So obviously that's a little bit longer one, okay? Let's measure the second one, let's say from here. So the second target would be, well, probably around here, okay? Well, obviously not really exact, okay? We can get actually wicked down towards here, but that also is coinciding with level of a support at 11 cents 7. So guys, I'm going to look at the liquidity now, and we are actually going to see if these targets are actually coinciding with the liquidity levels that we are going to check on CoinGlass. All right, so now, guys, let's skip BTC for now and let's go for Binance, okay? And by the way, one of you have commented about Binance, right? And Kaspa isn't on Binance. Well, Kaspa is being traded on Binance, but that's perpetual contract, unfortunately not spot yet. All of us are obviously waiting for that spot listing, right? But usually a spot listing comes after the perpetual listing, okay? So that's why I'm showing that, because obviously that's just a leverage trading, right? Kaspa is being traded on Binance, but with leverage, right? Perpetual contract. I hope that kind of makes sense. So let's have a look at our beloved Kaspa now on all of the exchanges on macro, well, macro 7 weekly, right? So now on a daily, more people are actually longing Kaspa, and now that is going to kind of coincide with what I've just showed you in TradingView, right? But let's go further, okay? Now 7 daily, everybody's longing Kaspa, all right? We have more liquidity towards the downside rather than upside. Of course, you know, shorts are piling up as well, but you know, we could see some flashy. So let's have a look at the heat map now, and let's have a look of what might potentially happen with our beloved Kaspa. I'm going to, you know, click on Binance, but of course, you know, that applies to many other exchanges where Kaspa actually is traded at the moment. So guys, on 24 hourly, the lowest level of liquidity to be grabbed for Kaspa is at 11 cents 9. So let's go back in here and let's see if we have 11 cents 9. So as you can see, guys, we've got such situation, okay? 11 cents 7, all right? And that will be 11 cents 4, okay? So I wouldn't be surprised if Kaspa is going to do that dip, okay? Guys, I'm not trading, I'm just making YouTube videos. However, if you want to trade that volatility for Kaspa or any other coin, make sure that you check out the links for Bitchinex and Bybit below this video, in the description of this video, because I believe that, well, it's definitely worth trading if you're interested, of course. So that will be 5% anyways. So now, guys, from the perspective of short time frame, that's not really a lot, okay? But again, if you're scalping, potentially that could be a good thing, all right? So let's go back in here and let's see 3 daily, all right? Because obviously we do have two targets, right? So again, we've got this 12 cents something in here, and let's actually have a look at the weekly now. Okay, so we still have some liquidity in here, okay? But I do believe that this looks very, very juicy to be grabbed, okay? At 12 cents 02 and stuff like that, all right? Or potentially even 11 cents 7, right? So potentially we can see that quick wick towards the downside, and then obviously hopefully continuation towards the upside. But that obviously was short time frame. So to conclude, guys, I wouldn't be surprised if Kaspa would dip a little bit towards these levels, okay? However, long term, let's actually have a look at long term at the moment, right? Because we've got very important stuff that's going on at the moment, okay? So for hourly, for Bitcoin's dominance, right? You remember probably when I was saying yesterday that we could potentially see that bearish retest, right? And this is what's going on, okay? Actually, I was thinking that BTC's dominance is going to stop in here and then probably reject, right? But we have closed above this level of a resistance and flipped it into support, right? Now, at the moment, guys, things are looking a little bit bearish, which is obviously bullish for our beloved altcoins, at least from the standpoint of short time frame, right? So RSI is overheated already, as you can clearly see, ladies and gents. And now one thing that I would like to point out, that's going to be a more macro kind of thing for BTC's dominance. I believe this is very, very bullish, so listen up and pay attention, right? So this is monthly for BTC's dominance, and now look how stochastic RSI is going towards the downside on a monthly time frame, okay? And last time it actually, you know, ended up in here in this area, that was 1st of June 2021, and it stayed there for a while. Let's actually have a look for how long it stayed. So we had 7 days of altcoin season last cycle, okay? So I do believe that this is what is actually happening at the moment, but of course it's a monthly time frame, guys, so this is obviously a little bit longer, you know, picture. Nonetheless, I believe we are very, very close, okay? So short time frame, obviously we see a little bit of a shakiness, but you see where we are going, okay? This is very bullish. And another bullish thing, guys, is that, well, let me actually switch it to 4 hourly, and that is USDT dominance, right? So speaking about the bullish thing, guys, is that we have seen a further drop for USDT dominance, and that's something that we want to see. And you know what is the bullish thing? That looks like a bear flag, right? So what we have, right? The drop towards the downside, and then we had a sharp move now, right? At least on 4 hourly, and you know, bear flag obviously is bear flag, right? So most likely we are going to drop to levels of 3.81 if it comes to USDT dominance, right? So guys, everything is going in the right direction for altcoins and overall market, okay? I don't know when exactly we are going to see these pumps, but you know, you see the data, right? So guys, things are very bullish. I hope that you have enjoyed this quick update, and as always, peace and love crypto.